again into the mug. Rejoice in the Lord always. Shout out to the Life Dance Ministry. This is probably my birthday gift. But yeah, first off, let's see how long I could actually just sit down here. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Also, I am drinking some tea right now. This is peppermint tea. But yeah, this video is going to be a summer recap. It's going to more so be the lessons that God has taught me, what I'm carrying into this new season. And yeah, I don't want to do too long of an intro, but I do want to say I was filming over the summer, y'all, and I was editing the videos last week. Long story short, ended up being deleted. I was so sad, y'all. But I was like, you know what? I can still do some type of summer recap, but in a different way. And I was already saying I wanted to do more Christian content, so, you know, it worked out. Anyways, let's hop right into the lessons that I've learned. Okay, I wish I had a better chair, but we just in a makeshift chair for right now. Anyways, if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my journal, my handy dandy notebook, for all y'all who used to watch Blue's Clues. Okay, so the first lesson I have, and this isn't in chronological order or in any ranking, it's just I just wrote it down. I wrote that prayer works. Now, the last video I posted was about the power of prayer. Definitely go tap into that. There were some gems that were dropped. I learned a lot even after making the video, so I definitely think it's worth watching. But the reason why I say prayer works is because this past summer, I literally was living out answered prayers, and I was just so grateful, so excited, and I just felt so loved by God. I'm over here praying that I'm gonna travel a lot. I ended up traveling so much. I ended up working for an airline, so I was catching flights the entire summer, so shout out to them. I absolutely love that. I also was praying for more godly community back home. I definitely have strong godly community here at Spelman in Atlanta, but I was praying for more back home, and God heard my prayers, as he always does. But y'all, I've connected with friends back home that I've known for a minute. These are hometown friends, and we just connected on a deeper level, on a spiritual level, and I absolutely love that. I love them very much, so shout out to them, and very excited for where God takes them for the rest of their journey and everything. And I'm just I just consider it such a joy when God pairs you with certain people in your life and you get to see them grow, you get to see them succeed. I'm in their corner cheering them on, and they do the same for me. It's just so exciting to see, and we can grow in Christ together. Come on now, there's nothing truly like it. And actually, Cheyenne and I with Naya, we just did a podcast episode about godly community. So go tap into that. I will also say tap into the podcast in general. That's where I've been way more consistent, because that's been coming out with episodes every single week. So definitely go check out the Continuously in Contrast podcast. Follow us on Instagram so you can stay updated. We're on Spotify and Apple. So yeah. A little shameless plug right there, but I think it fits perfectly because I was praying for godly community, and I wanted to talk about that on the podcast too, and I got the idea in the summertime. So everything's kind of God really is just working in that way. The next thing I want to talk about is just being more present. This summer, God was really taking me off my phone. I love the moments where you forget you even have a phone. And not in some sense where I'm trying to be off the grid and nobody can contact me. No, it's more so just being more present in your surroundings. And when you're more present, I think that's when you can truly embrace God's presence. Because sometimes we can be so future focused, myself included, that we just miss out on what we have right now. Or other times we could be sulking and sitting in the past, whether it's reminiscing on the good or reminiscing on the bad. But if you just constantly live in the past, you're still missing out on the present, what God has for you in this very moment. So he was definitely telling me be more present, get off your phone, all this other stuff. I took a lot of pictures, but as far as filming, I was yeah, I'm gonna film this, I'm gonna film that. And then when it came to editing, I realized I didn't really have much film, but that was a good thing because I was able to really just Again, be in the moment. And one of my favorite scriptures is Psalm 46:10, and it says, "Be still and know that I'm in Lord." Like, understanding that when you just literally sit and be present, you realize that you are never really in control. You are like humbling yourself and acknowledging that God is in control of my life. It will be okay. If you're being stressful, like, I think that's a good time to sit still and be present. But even if you're not in a stressful situation, if you're just sitting and just basking in God's glory and you realize, like, wow, God, like, for my instance, I'm living out my prayers. Thank you so much. Let me just sit, pause, and just extend some gratitude, extend some praise. Like, that's what I was really learning about when you're present and in the moment. Like, I'm laughing more. I'm enjoying time with my family, enjoying time with my friends. I'm enjoying time with the people I work with. Like, the whole time it was just good vibes all around. And I think it's because I was really prioritizing, like, not always worried about the next thing, not always trying to plan the next thing, just sit and be still, Camille. Let God do his thing. How being in that moment, just listening to everything around me and not really focus like on my thoughts. Because sometimes if you just sit in your thoughts, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes it can get a little heavy. So yeah. Also, to kind of go off of the being present, I realized that God is truly the greatest artist. Like I said, I was traveling a lot this summer, and my first trip of the summer was Barcelona. And it's just, the architecture is beautiful. The nature, like even how the trees are formed and how they're swaying in every which way, the sunsets, the clear skies, like, God really, he put his paintbrush on that. Like, it was just so beautiful. And I was really leaning into that idea, like, wow, God, you really are the best artist. When I started to do that, like, even when I came home and was going on other trips, I wanted to just stop, be still, and be present in that moment and just look up, look around me, look at my surroundings, and just look what God's paintbrush has been on. Like, yeah, y'all, it's just beautiful sights that I've seen. Some things that my phone couldn't even capture those moments. And that's when I knew, like, Camille, like, you got to get off your phone. Like, everything can't be filmed. Everything can't be encapsulated into like a picture. It's like, I want you to just look out. I felt that was like God was telling me, just sit and be. So yeah, I just thought it was really beautiful. I'm not gonna say I'm one with nature now. I'm still not really an outside person. However, I definitely appreciate being outside a little bit more and like paying attention to the small details. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna talk about is just something that's really preparing me for this new season that I'm in right now, and it's been really helpful. And it's this way that I'm approaching singleness and how I'm treating this season of my life. And I've already prioritized God. Like, it was always God first, like, wholeheartedly. Don't play with me. However, I realized sometimes I just was just getting into relationships or just getting into friendships that I didn't really need to be in. So this summer, I realized like God was really just changing the desires of my heart, and like I didn't like have this heavy desire, like, oh, I'm trying to be in a relationship, I'm trying to be booed up, I'm trying to be all this other stuff. Like, no, honestly, I'm really just trying to be, and I'm really leaning in and pressing into God in this moment so I can work on the things I need to work on, and just prioritizing that the best and greatest relationship that I have and can be in is with Jesus Christ. Like, and if I'm not fully strong into that, I will never be able to love my future partner in the best way that I can, because God is love. So if I'm not like wholeheartedly loving him and wholeheartedly giving this aspect of my life to him, who's to say that he's gonna bless me with a person that like is really for me? And this was really big for me, y'all. Like, I was all about like, you know, invite God into your situation, tell him this, tell him that. But when it came to relationships, I'm thinking like, God, I can do this on my own. Like, I got this. Nope. God was really like, okay, you got this, huh? But you know, we serve such a graceful and merciful Father that he really just, he forgives me. you know, I'm a little stubborn at times, but he's like, let me just help out my daughter. So that's what we've been doing this summer. It's been really great, and I'm transitioning into that for the school year. Like, there's a lot actually going on, y'all. Like, currently, you know, I have classes, I have new positions in my extracurriculars, and then I'm also studying for the LSAT. And I'm actually filming a video for that too, like my whole LSAT journey. So that will come later on. But yeah, there's a lot going on, and I want to make sure that even though I'm busy, I'm still prioritizing God. And I just know right now, like, this isn't the time to be in no relationship, Camille. So yeah, that's just something I've been learning, and I find like a new peace around it, because I know sometimes it can be hard. Like, you go on Instagram, you go on TikTok, all of a sudden you just see all these couples, everybody booed up from the summer, and you're like, they're talking? Like, when did they get in a relationship? Anyway, so when it sometimes it gets hard when it's like, okay, when's it gonna be my turn? When's it gonna be my turn? But just really being patient with the Lord and understanding that this is a time for you to grow. Like, in this time of singleness, like, this is the time for you to grow deep with God, to work on the issues, because it's not always someone else that has the problem. Like, there's definitely stuff that I need to be working on. So this is just a great time of overall growth. So I'm looking forward to it, very excited. Okay, y'all, the last thing that God taught me is that this will be your winning season. And I was like, okay, God, like, I feel like I was already kind of winning. Like, what you mean? Like, there's more for me? And this isn't to sound prideful. This isn't to boast, like, oh, yeah, like, all this other stuff I was doing. Like, literally, this summer, I could just see God's hand over my life, because I'm like, I didn't get this without you. I literally couldn't have gotten this without you. So I'm just forever grateful. It's all glory to him. Like, y'all, it's really only God. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Like, that was anyways, y'all, I'm getting a little too happy. Like, there's gonna be so many doors, there's gonna be so many yeses, and I'm really just walking into that. So this is the end of the video. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all sometime. I don't even put a date on it, because I don't know when the next time I'll film. But just know it's gonna be a good video. Like, I don't know, I'm really enjoying these like sit down videos, one-on-one. I kind of want to do more of these. But anyways, I will see y'all soon. Bye.
Yeah, I know it's been a